Hello Gemini, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Today we're going to look at Lenormand. We're going to look at the Divine Oracle, Divine Goddess Oracle, and then we're going to throw some tarot into it. I am one of those readers that likes to pass around the energies between Lenormand and the oracles and the tarot. So we're going to do that. This reading is going to be for the week ahead, Gemini, as always, and Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for your sign. Thank you if you are cross-watching. I appreciate you. So whether you find this today, tomorrow, or a year from now, it's always going to be for the week ahead. Let's find out what's coming up for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Okay. And one more. All right. Gemini, I think what I see here is that there is an indication here that you are thinking about someone. We've got the man and the rose, right? This person's got no shoes on, which indicates a little bit of vulnerability. We've got a rose indicating love. Somebody here has been waiting. We do have card number 28, waiting for a new beginning. And card number 28 is a 10, breaks down to a 1. It's the beginning of something. So I feel like what you're waiting on is someone to come back home. And I say that because these are the storks, and the storks always come back to the same nest every year, right? So they build their nest, they'll go south, and then when they come back, they'll be with the same partner and at the same nest. So I want to say you're waiting for someone to come back to the nest. And I also want to say that with the what is it called? Why can't I remember the name of it? It is a compass. That's it. It feels like it's like you're taking one more look back, Gemini. You're taking one more look back there. Either you want to go home to the nest, someone or something that feels like home, or you're waiting for someone to come back to you. Either way, you're waiting. We have the compass, which means you've got to pick a direction. And I think the reason you haven't picked a direction yet is because of the snake. I feel like you've been hurt in love before. We've got the tulips here, which indicate sort of love energy or being honest about feelings. 2 queens here, very interesting. Queen of Clubs, who's the Queen of Wands, and we have the Queen of Swords as well. So I feel like, yeah, it does feel like the reason that you're looking back there and you haven't gone forward and picked this direction yet, because I think it's here. I think the door is open and you can go if you want. But I feel like you're stuck on some sort of a feeling. And the feeling is that you always get bitten in love, right? We've got the snake here, and it's about being hurt in relationships, whether they're platonic or romantic. And I feel in this case, it's a romantic relationship, Gemini, that you're feeling hurt in, or you're about to feel hurt in the new week ahead here. We do have the swans. The swans are together for life. They are life mates, right? And we do have the whip and the broom. Now, this is something that's going to sting. Something that happens really quickly that's going to sting. You might be getting already notifications from the universe that something's up. You might be seeing 1111 a lot, but we do have the Jack of Wands in the bottom right-hand corner, which is the Knight. So it's something is about to happen really quickly. It's like it's going to sting, whatever it is, and it's in love. I'm just going to say, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it feels like you're about to get bit, or you know that you've been bit. Take it as it resonates for you. This guy sitting on the chair here, whether they are feminine or masculine on the inside, they have a male's body. And this person here is the Ace of Hearts. And so somebody is sitting here with a cup, whether you're feminine or masculine. You're sitting here with a cup waiting for someone to come back home, back to the nest. This bottom of this card here is the Queen of Hearts, which is the Queen of Cups. So there is love here. I feel like you're taking one last look back before you go on in some other direction. And I don't know why you're sitting here. Tell me what else we need to know. One more. Yeah, there's a decision that needs to be made here, but you're waiting for the right time. Oh, I see. We've got rest. I feel like you're spending a lot of time by yourself. It says, listen to your body, mentally and physically unwind. We've got decisions, because I feel like it's the calm before the storm. That's what it feels like here. You're going to have to make some sort of decision. It says the need to gain clarity through decision making. You're about to make a decision about something in divine timing. And I feel for some of you, you might be dealing with a twin, that you're about to make a decision about that person. This person is in the future, by the way, and you're looking into the past. So it feels like you're waiting for someone to catch up with you, or waiting for someone to come back home instead of going on the new direction. The new direction is where this person is, but you're stuck on whatever is back here. We have divine timing. Everything is a higher purpose. And I want to say, don't push yourself. Like if it doesn't feel right and you don't want to make a decision and you want to wait for this person, then you should do that. If you don't want to wait for this person and you want to take this out here and go forward, then you should do that. I feel like the universe is going to give you reciprocity if you decide to do that. I feel as though you have a decision to make here, right? The need to gain clarity through some sort of decision making here. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this situation here, Gemini. Gemini, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. At the top of the comments, I have pinned a comment that has all the information you need to book a private read with me. Here we go. Let's take a look here. Tell me about Gemini for the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Empress. So you might be waiting on the Empress to come back to you here, Gemini. We have the Lovers. You are waiting on a lover. Look at that. That's what I was feeling with those 3 cards. One more. Yeah, you do have to make a decision. That's the decision maker right there, right? You need to make a decision to get it all together, to do something that's best for you, to take control of the situation and stop giving your power over to someone else. When we sit and we wait, Gemini, we give our power over to someone else. We're allowing them to tell us what we're doing next. But when the Emperor shows up, we're not doing that. We're making some sort of a decision. But what I want to say here is that I feel like we have the Empress, the Lovers, and the Emperor. I feel like there is a twin here. I do feel like there are 2 people that are on the same wavelength here. 2 people that are mirrors of each other. Tell me more. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Swords. You're fighting with yourself. Do I carry on or do I go back to get the twin? We've got Justice here. Ooh, some big hitters for you today here. We've got Judgment here as well. All right. I want to say this to you, Gemini. You have a decision to make, and I don't think you can make the wrong decision. I feel like whatever decision you make right now is going to lead you down a path that you must go down, regardless of what the decision is. You will make the decision that's best for you. But I want to say here that it feels like you are looking, it's like you're, okay, this is, I'll tell you what I'm seeing in my head. Okay, so because Charlie speaks to me in pictures. My guide speaks to me in pictures. And I don't know how old you are, but I'm old enough to know about the very last episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I know, this is the way Charlie and I communicate. So what he's showing me is Will Smith standing in the living room, no furniture. It's the very last few minutes of that episode. He takes a look around, he goes to the door, he looks back, he closes the door and he leaves. And that's exactly what I think is going on here for you, Gemini. I feel like you've been waiting for someone to get on board with you. Someone that you have feelings for, you're waiting for them to come back or to get on board or come back to the nest or be more interested in you than they're interested in what's going on out there. But I feel like you are waiting for this person and this person is not coming. I feel like they're otherwise entertained or they keep making decisions that don't include you. It does feel like there is somebody here who's on their own, who's very independent, but still loves you, still loves the time they spend with you, but they're not necessarily wanting to be in the nest, which means they don't want to move in, they don't want to get engaged, they want to take it to the next level. That's what it feels like to me. Now, I feel like you're you're looking at this because you're trying to avoid this. I really do feel that this energy that you're feeling is not supposed to be here. It's not supposed to be waiting for somebody. I feel like you're supposed to take the new door because there is the true match here. And the Lovers is here. The universe is literally telling us right here that you have somebody who is a deep soul connection, who is meant for you and you're meant for them. You two are meant to be together, but you're fighting it. You're fighting taking the new door because you don't want to let go of what's going on here. You don't want to let go of somebody you see as a lifetime partner. But I feel like if you decide to let go of that and take the out that the universe is giving you, like the universe is literally telling you which way to go. Go this way. And I feel like you've been avoiding it or you're not looking at it because you're very fixated on what you've lost instead of what is here to gain. I want to say that there is an Empress here who is holding on to you very tight, Gemini. I feel like you could be the Emperor or the Empress. Take it as it resonates, feminine or masculine. This is masculine leaning, this is feminine leaning, but they each have masculine and feminine energies in a balance for themselves. So I feel like you've been holding on to the thought of an Empress and somebody who here is very connected to you. You are very connected to the Empress in a very spiritual, energetic, emotional way. This person you're connected to, I feel, is somebody who you're connected to in a pentacle way because it's like coming back to the nest. Are you coming home? It feels like this is somebody here who is filling the space, like they feel like a place card. They are filling the space for you right now. And although I feel like you are looking back at that, you are ready to have a new beginning because card number 28 is here. And that breaks down to a 1, which is the beginning of something, and the Ace of Cups in the bottom right-hand corner. So I feel like you're ready to love, regardless of whether this person comes back to your nest or not. I feel like what you got your back to is taking another path because you don't want to leave this here. I feel like you are in your mind, you are holding on to the Empress. I feel like you know that this is where you should be, but you're focused on what you've lost here. I think you're fighting it. I think you're fighting the self. If you are the Emperor, you are fighting not taking the new path because you don't want to let go of the old thing, but you must have balance. The Justice card is here. The truth has to come out. The truth always has to come out. And she's holding an Ace of Swords in one hand. It's the truth and the honesty, the clarity. I feel like you're going to get some sort of clarity in the week ahead that tells you that you know that you must take the out that the universe is giving you. Look, sometimes things fall apart because they're supposed to, so they can fall back together in a different way. And I feel like you're avoiding the fall apart. That's what I think. You need to make some sort of a big decision about what you're going to do. Because I feel like with the Four of Wands, we are talking about the nest. You have to make a decision about home and what you want to do with your Four of Wands. There is a big decision to be made here. But I feel like when I'm looking at this, it does feel like you want to go back home, but this feels like something different, that you want someone to come back home to you. And so I feel like you want to go back home, and I feel like the home is the Empress to you or you to the Empress. Take it as it resonates for you. But it feels like this energy here, you are right now in a space where you are kind of going over details, figuring out what your intuition is saying. What do I need to do that's best for me? How can I be stable and happy and in a relationship that I really want? Because it feels like somebody here is sort of abusing their connection to you. And what I mean by that is that I feel like they are someone who is not necessarily invested in creating a home for you. That's what it feels like. They're not necessarily invested in being in a home with you. And I think that the reason that you are focused on this person is because they are the Queen of Cups. They are someone who is kind, who's compassionate, who shows love to others, maybe a good mother or a good father. Tell me about this. Tell me about these storks, please, here. We do have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, there is love here, but somebody, yeah, boy. Look, Gemini, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but look what's going on here, right? Somebody is ignoring your cup. It feels like somebody is ignoring that you have this great big depth of love for them and you want to create a new path of love with the Ace of Cups here. It feels like you two are the same. I feel like you two have fun in the sun. Maybe you travel a lot together. Maybe you've in the wintertime you go somewhere warm and then you come back. And I feel like you think that that's the life that you want. But I want to say here that somebody's ignoring your emotions. They're not taking the bait. I want to say that you're sitting here, the Ace of Cups is here, the Ace of Cups is here, the Ace of Cups is here. So I feel like you're offering it over and over and over again, but what you fail to see is that the person is not taking the cup. I feel like you will see it in the week ahead though, because we do have the Tower here. Tell me about the Tower. I feel like you are going to see this in the week ahead. Tell me about the Tower, please. Yeah, it's a realization of who your soulmate really is. And I really feel like your soulmate is the Empress or the Emperor. Whether you are the Empress or the Emperor, take it as it resonates here. So tell me about the man who is waiting. Yeah, about to have a breakthrough here. And that's what the Tower is here for. When the Tower and the Sun is here, for me, is that energy together is like whatever you have built with this other person is about to hit the ground. It's about to fall to the ground here. And you're about to see things clearer than you've ever seen them. Or you're starting to see things clearer. You're having a breakthrough. And that's why the Tower is here. And then we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. And then we have the Strength card. So you're holding back the ending. You don't want this thing to end because you think that this is the person you're supposed to be with. But I'm going to say if you decide to take this out that the universe is giving you with this compass here, showing you the direction, literally an arrow over your head saying, go that way, Gemini. The Moon is here. You're scared because you don't know what'll happen if you leave. So you're in sort of a battle with yourself about what you're going to do. Five of Wands is here. And the Queen of Pentacles. I really do feel that you want the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is the one who is manifesting to be the Empress. So they act as if they act. That's what we need to do. We ask for it from the universe and then we act as though we already have it. That's who the Queen of Pentacles is. And guess who's in the house? So the Queen of Pentacles does become the Empress. Just basically through asking the universe, what do I need to know in order to become the Empress? I feel that you feel that there is competition for the Queen of Pentacles, and that's why you're so fixated on this thing over here that's dying. I think that the Tower and the Six of Cups is telling me that you are having some sort of a breakthrough or revelation of all these really good feelings and memories and nostalgia that you have with the Empress that I feel like you're ignoring for some reason. There's the Empress again. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Wands in the reverse. So you're not speaking with the Empress right now. There's no communication. Things have slowed to a crawl. And I feel it's because you're fighting with yourself. You're holding on to the Empress, though, energetically. You are holding on to the Empress. You see their worth. You see the abundance. Somebody here is holding on to this Empress. Hang on. I've got two cards here. We'll put those down. One more. The Hierophant. Yeah. So I feel like whatever it is, whatever commitment it is that you're in right now, you feel is not a truthful commitment. You feel that somebody's either lying or deceiving, or there's something under the surface that you can't put your finger on, and it's just not working out for you. We do have the Two of Pentacles, which tells me that you are attempting to bring balance to the situation, but I feel like it's all on you. I feel like it's a juggle and a struggle. It's a struggle to keep everything in order here because someone else is like going out with the friends, going out with the guys, going out with the girls. I'll come back to the nest when I feel like I should. It feels like you're holding everything up by yourself, but you thought this was going to be a partnership. Well, I feel like you're going to get that sort of partnership, the one that you want, you're going to get with the Empress. But that means you're going to have to level up. You're going to have to level up to be the Emperor. Yeah. Whether you've done that already, I don't know. Or maybe you have to level up to be the Empress. But we do have the Seven of Swords, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Two of Pentacles. And I feel like you figure out that this is a lie. And you need some balance here, my friend. I feel like you are possibly going to leave wherever you are. That's what it feels like with you're holding on to some Libra energy here, or balance energy. You need to stop arguing with yourself. We've got the Five of Swords and one sword in the hand of justice, which is 6. You feel justified in moving forward. So I feel like you are leaving some sort of relationship or job, take it as it resonates, to move forward here. There we go. We've got the Five of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Again, it's another indication. 6 swords, you've got to move on. The message is really clear here. You need to to stop holding on to this. You need to stop. You know, you shouldn't be in a relationship where you need to cover your heart, where you need to protect yourself. And I feel like you're starting to shut down here. I feel like there are fundamental differences between you and the person that you're with right now. And in order to get any sort of balance, you're going to have to say something and cut somebody out. I feel like this is the week for you, my friend. I feel like you're going to be feeling the eclipse energy. I feel like this is something that has been on your mind for a while, that you have somebody who's not treating you like you're treating them. Like, I feel like you wait at home for them with like roses and, you know, waiting to love them, but it feels like they don't really want to be there. They want to be out with their friends, or out maybe traveling with their friends, or maybe they stay late at work, but it feels like they're not really all that interested in being at home with you. So I feel like the realization is that you know who your person is, you know who the soulmate is, but you're not talking with them right now. I feel like you're watching them, and you want to get some balance. You want to move forward here. Yeah, we're all completely quiet here. Queen of Swords is in the reverse. The Knight of Swords is in the reverse. You're not doing anything. You're not making any steps toward them here. The Three of Pentacles tells me that you already know that there's a friendship here. This is somebody that you know, whether you're the Emperor or the Empress. I feel like you are stuck. I feel like you're stuck in the mind, stuck where you are right now. But I do feel like in the week ahead, there's about to be an argument. I'm just going to say, I feel like you and whoever you're in a commitment with right now, there's about to be a really big blowout. And it's probably coming in the week ahead, my friend. I see a lot of swords here in the reverse, indicating that things have not been said that need to be said. And I think that with the Ace of Swords being the only sword that's kind of in the upright, except for the Seven of Swords, I feel like you're about to say something, and it's going to bust this whole thing wide open. You're about to make a decision. I want to say, I think that if you're the Emperor, that the Empress is your twin. If you're the Empress, the Emperor is your twin. I feel like this is twin flame, and I feel like you two need to make a decision. Whoever you are, you need to make a decision if you want to go forward. The door is open, and the only reason you haven't stepped through it yet is because of the moon energy. You don't know what to think about the situation between you and the Empress, or you and the Emperor. You can't see forward, right? So you're worried that there's competition here, and that there's going to be someone here who's going to say no thanks, because I'm already dating someone. Let's take a look at that. Is the Empress dating someone currently? The Empress is waiting for the Emperor. The Empress is calling in the Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor. The Emperor is scared to move forward. So I feel like the Empress is waiting. It's your decision. It's your decision. If you're the masculine leaning, you could be feminine or masculine, but if you're the masculine leaning, it's your decision. If you're the Emperor, you need to go forward. The Empress is not chasing you. No, ma'am. No, sir. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Gemini. I'm going to go, and I'll be back, because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye.